Morning, afternoon, evening. This is the One Man Militia, and I'm here to talk about the 5906 Smith and Wesson. This is a video that I did mention that I was going to make on my last video, unboxing the 5946. And first of all, we're going to do a safety check. And of course, I pulled this right out of the collection. It does have live ammo, but there's no magazine and no round in the chamber. Okay, basically the 5906 is Smith& Wesson's third generation full size steel framed 9 millimeter, which was manufactured between the years of 1989 1999. Like I mentioned before, this is somewhat the bread and butter of the 59 series. All of the variants of the 59, such as the 5926 and 5946 and etc., were based off of the 5906. Basically, this does come with a magazine that is either 14 plus 1 or 15 plus 1. You might have one of those Bill Clinton assault band era magazines that's got the little crimp running down the middle, which is a 10 plus 1 or a 10 round magazine. Plus 1 is included in the chamber. Basically, this does have the 4-inch barrel, stainless steel. It's 7.5 inches long by 5.5 inches tall. It does weigh about 38 ounces. It does have the spur hammer. Typically, they do come with that one piece plastic wraparound, but as you might have known from previous videos, I like to replace as many hand grips as possible with the whole rubber hand grip. And I will kind of spin it around so you can kind of see the silhouette. And it does give it a fuller feel and a more comfortable feel. It does offset some of the recoil, even though the 9 millimeter didn't put out as much recoil as such as the 10 millimeter or the 45 or maybe even a 40, basically. And it does have the Novak 3 the Novak 3 sights there, 3 dot sights, I should say. Basically, this particular model, um, some of the users that did use the 5906 were the LAPD and Bahamas Royal Defense Force. Um, Also, I do have the tactical version. We'll go ahead and take the magazine out and do a safety check. I did pull it out of the collection, so there was live rounds in it. And now it's no magazine and no round in the chamber as well. Continuing on with some of the users here, the Hawaii Police Department, the Japanese Coast Guard, Puerto Rican Police Department used the Smith& Wesson 5906 between the years of 1999 and 2009. The Taiwan National Police used the 5904, and the Mexican Special Forces also used the 5904, I believe. They used the TSW model. The difference between the TSW model and my regular Smith& Wesson, as you probably notice, are the black triggers. Um, Also, the slide lock mechanism is black on the TSW. Trigger is black. This is matching stainless trigger and slide lock mechanism. Still does have the spur hammer. It's black also versus this one being the matching silver. This one does have a rail system. I did add my 600 lumen light on it as well. I did also put the whole rubber hand grip, which gives it the fuller feel, offsets the recoil, and also it makes it more attractive as well as more comfortable here. Also the decocker ambidextrous decocker on both of them. This one is black versus this one being silver here. Now we'll go ahead and continue on with some of the variances of the 5904. First of all, we have a 5903, and I do happen to have one. It's a 5903. We're going to do a safety check here. And as you can see, this is one of those assault weapon band magazines with that crimp limiting you to 10 rounds. And yeah, this is the side that shows the 10, the other side shows the 9. As you can see, it's a little space there between 9 and the crimp for the 10th round. Basically, and we're going to do a safety check here. Nothing in the magazine well, no loaded round in the chamber. And just to let you know that I actually have a 5903 here. We're going to look at the 5906, as you can see here, model 5906 TSW. Model 5903 TSW. It has all of the same features as the 5906 TSW model. The only difference is it feels a whole lot lighter. I mean, noticeably lighter. It's made out of a aluminum alloy frame. Some of the other variances other than the 5903 here is the 5904, which is the aluminum alloy frame. It does have the blue carbon steel slide here though. The 5906, of course, or 5905, I should say, is like the 5906, except it's carbon steel, blued slide, and a blued frame, I mean. But it's just like the 5906, except it has carbon steel and is blued. The 5967 is a special edition. It is a Lou Horton model. Only 500 was made back in 1990. It's very rare. Basically, that particular model, it had the blued slide from the 3913, but it had the frame of the 5906. And also it had brown whole rubber hand grips. And unfortunately, I don't have a Lee Hort's edition. I just haven't seen one. But however, they are pretty pricey. I've seen some Lee Hort's go on gun brokers, ranging between $1,750 to $3,000, and sometimes a little bit higher, depends on what the owner wants to ask for it. Also, the 5904 model, which is basically like the 5903, except it's the blued version. Let's see here. Basically like this one, the 5903, except it's a blued version, not quite tactical Smith and Wesson. It inspired another series called a value series. They are third generation Smith and Wessons. However, they all are aluminum alloy, and they all are black or carbon steel frame. I mean carbon steel slide, but they have the aluminum alloy frame, and they are blued, or they are black in color. Those are definitely third generation Smith and Wessons. The 910, 915. There also was a 908, 909. The 915 is the later version of the 910, which was made after the assault weapons ban. And the 915 indicates 9mm, 15 rounds, versus 910 being 9mm, 10 rounds. I have seen quite a few of those um, in my journey of collecting older Smith and Wessons. They are in existence as well, and they are definitely third generations Smith and Wessons. Now, I'd like to list some of the movies and TV series that do feature the 5906, and there are a lot of them. So I'll just go ahead and name them off. And If you want to know more in detail about where the gun was featured in or which character had it, just hit me up in the comments and I'll be glad to comment on it. The 5906 was featured in the following movies: Lethal Weapons 2, 3, and 4, Police Story 3, Super Cop, The Last Action Hero, Full Eclipse, Zero Tolerance, Direct Hit, Dead Weekend, Mask of Death, Jackie Brown, Point Blank, Belly, K911, American Beauty, Scream 3, Reindeer Games, Crocodile Dundee in Los Angeles, Swordfish, Resident Evil, Knockaround Guys, Outside the Law, Collateral, the movie Torque, New Police Story, The Man, Today You Die, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, Derailed, Soft Target, Hot Fuzz, Wanted, Righteous Kill, Taken, 12 Rounds, Dolores' Cadillac, Dylan Dog, Dead of Night, Unknown, The Bourne Legacy, The Berlin File, Nightcrawler, A Walk Among the Tombstones, American Assassin, Bloodfather, Hold the Dark, and obviously Chips, California Highway Patrol. We're talking about the new version. Any movie made before 1989 did not use the 5906. And we'll go ahead and discuss, or I'll go ahead and list the television series that used our 5906. The television series are not as lengthy, but considering that there are episodes and they could be used in different seasons, the 5906 probably had a similar number of appearances in television episodes. We'll go ahead and start off The Sentinel, X Files 3, 5, and 9, or seasons 3, 5, and 9. CSI Crime Scene Investigation, and also CSI Miami, Supernatural, Trailer Park Boys, Chuck, My Name is Earl, The Border, Prison Break Season 4, Southland, Haven, Hawaii Five-O Seasons 1 and Season 2, Justified Season 1, Revenge, Captain Leonard, The People versus O.J. Simpson, American Crime Story, The Tunnel, Magnum PI, and also LA's Finest. And that is pretty much it. That concludes my discussion about the 5906. I did include the 5903 since I do have one in the collection. I did include obviously the TSW variant or the TSW upgrade of the 5906. Please like and subscribe. Please leave comments. Like I said, if you are interested in any of knowing any details about movies or television series that the 5906 was featured in, please comment. I'll be more than happy to supply you with the information. Thank you for 14 minutes and 35 seconds plus of your time. The One Man Militia out. You all have a very blessed day or evening.